What makes a Vanguard a Vanguard? The quiz returned a name. The name is the receipt for something the system installed. When the integration assigned you a Foundation designation, it did not hang a label on you. It reached into your stat profile, your overlay, your skill slots, and the system's own model of how it treats you, and made specific persistent changes. The label is the part you can see. The package is what's actually doing the work. Here is what is in the package when the system reaches Vanguard. The stat adjustments come first. Frame +1, drive +1, signal +1. The numbers move the day the designation is assigned. The operator pays no points. The system inscribes the growth as part of the verdict. Most operators barely register that this happened. The stats were always going to be what they are, and the integration's small contribution feels like it must have always been there. The designation trait is called first to strike, and it changes how the world looks to the Vanguard. Doors, light cover, light armored vehicles, debris, the things every other designation reads as barriers, register in the Vanguard's overlay as navigation hazards. Not impassable. Crossable with a cost. The stamina cost of breaching one drops by roughly 30% when the Vanguard is in declared committed movement. The damage from the breach is delayed by about 1 second, long enough that the Vanguard is on the other side when the impact applies. The trait does not give the Vanguard the strength to go through walls. Frame does that. The trait determines how the system measures the going through. The starting abilities slot automatically at first integration. 2 of them. Vanguard Surge at rank 1. A signature gap closer, system given, present in the overlay from the day the designation lands. Physical conditioning at rank 1, sustained frame reinforcement under fire. The Vanguard did not choose either. The Vanguard did not study toward them. They appeared in the overlay's ability list the same day the designation appeared in the operator's identification record. The skills can be unequipped later, but the system puts them there. The Foundation passive is the layer that runs continuously, without invocation, while the operator walks, works, or waits. The Vanguard's is called forward pressure. While the Vanguard is in declared attack movement, melee impact damage increases by 10%. When initiative is contested, when the Vanguard and an opponent are tied for first action, the system resolves the Vanguard's strike first. The Vanguard does not have to know about forward pressure for it to be doing this work. It is on by default. It is on while the Vanguard sleeps. It is on in conversations that have nothing to do with combat. The system holds the bias in place. A trained civilian with a Vanguard's frame and drive is not a Vanguard. They have the numbers. They do not carry first to strike. They do not have Vanguard Surge slotted. They do not experience forward pressure biasing their strikes toward landing first. The stats are the easy part of the difference to see. The trait, the abilities, the passive, those are the parts the integration installed when it said Vanguard about a specific person and not about someone else with the same stat profile. Every Foundation designation has a package this concrete. The Sentinel runs held ground while stationary in a held position. Damage taken reduced, reactive interrupt timing improved. Iron stance and shield projection are slotted at first integration. The operative runs negative space, stamina recovery boosted whenever they are unobserved, collapsing the instant they become visible in another user's overlay. The medic surfaces health state changes in nearby integrated personnel, and the overlay fires threshold notifications when anyone within range crosses critical state. The medic does not always wake, but the system records that they were notified, and the record matters later. The verdict the system reaches when it names a designation is not a job title. It is an installation specification, a Vanguard who travels deep into the fringe, past the edge of what the integration can reach, notices the package thinning. Forward pressure softens. Barriers stop reading as navigation hazards and start reading as walls. The numbers stay, the trait, the slotted abilities, and the passive weaken proportionally to how thin the integration's coverage has become. This is the proof the package is real. It is not the operator's training that produces the Vanguard feel. The training is on the other side of the fringe with them. What stayed behind was the install. You took the quiz. You know the name. The next question is which version of forward pressure, or held ground, or negative space, or patient read, the system would have switched on the day it decided you were a Vanguard, or a Sentinel, or an operative, or a medic. Something specific would have been running in you the whole time. The stories are where the characters live with what was switched on in them. The membership is where the stories are. Subscribe to read them. The Integration Era is a science fiction series about a world remade by an alien system nobody asked for. You've been listening to The Integration Era, stories by Charlie Foret. All content is copyright 2026 by Charlie Foret, all rights reserved. Voices produced by Speechify. New stories, world-building deep dives, character dossiers, and more are available now at integrationera.com. Subscribe to get notified when the next story drops. The system is watching. You might as well keep up.